Hello and welcome. I'm going to start this video with a bit of an explanation. This is going to be my first video of cookies for my cookie patrons. Hi cookie patrons, how you doing? Dr. J and Micah. You guys are going to be getting chocolate chip cookies. And not just any chocolate chip cookies. Soft baked chocolate chip cookies. Which there is a cheating ingredient in this recipe. I'm starting with this one because honestly I've made it a lot. And everyone always loves it. And I know how to make it. And I found it years ago online. I don't know where it is anymore. I don't know where it came from. I'm sure you could easily find it if you looked, maybe. Or you could just watch this video and learn it here. There's a very simple way to cheat to make a good soft-baked chocolate chip cookie. And you're going to find out what it is. And then 2 of you watching are going to get cookies. Cookies. Where am I starting? KitchenAid, flour, baking soda. So, I'm going to sift together my flour and my baking soda. Here. Oh. I should actually work on this. This is completely frozen butter. I'm going to soften this. This is a pound of butter. Wait, am I kidding? This is 2 pounds of butter. LOL. A little bit of butter. All the fucking butter. No. It's a pound of butter. It's a pound of butter. Math. 4 ounces each stick. I hate Jay's microwave, by the way. I don't want a minute. I'll put it on for like 20 seconds, take it out, and assess. So I really should pay attention. Fuck. Alright. I'm gonna start. Now I gotta pay attention. Or else I'm gonna have butter explosions and sad situation. That was 20 seconds. Still hard as rocks. Okay. Gonna be sifting 4.5 cups of flour first. This is a ½ cup measurement, so gotta keep track of how many I'm sifting. I'm gonna throw caution to the wind here a little bit. ½ cup. Actually, that feels... So, if you have frozen butter and you want to soften it, you put the whole sticks in the microwave. You do 15 to 20 second increments, and when your finger can press in and actually dent it, it's softened enough. So, 3 out of 4. My hands are clean, guys, I promise. My hands are clean. I wasn't touching C. diff patients. Inside joke. Our patrons have access to our Telegram food chat, which is rather small right now. But, you know, it's nice. We get to know each other pretty well. They know some of my more violent tendencies. Dr. J sending me a baseball bat. I'm really fucking excited. So if you'd like access, go ahead and sign up. That was 1 cup, right? 1 cup. 1 cup. 1.5 cups. 2 cups. 2.5 cups. Jay's not home right now. Jay's at work. His fiance's here. It's 2.5, right? 3 cups. Three and a half cups. 4 cups. 4.5. All right. That's it for our flour. Okay. What a beautiful mound I've created. This means something. Which movie? baking soda, 2 teaspoons. Almost dropped that everywhere. That would have been a lot of fun to clean up. Holding too many things right now. Oh god, don't drop the baking soda. Boop. Okay. 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Done sifting, toss this in the sink. Done with my baking soda, it's out of my way. Should really close the microwave before I hit my face on it. And this goes to the side for now. There's enough counter space in this fucking kitchen. Don't fall. Okay. I've made a mess already. Oh, this goes in the flour. Softened butter, 1 pound. Honestly, I could use a little more softening, to be honest. Just a wee bit. Yeah, definitely can actually. Okay, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Buttery fingers. The woes of baking. It's 15 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. That's better. Poke my... I'm gonna touch all your cookies with my bare hands. Ha ha ha. Things that bring me joy. Conversely, you could also cut up your butter and leave it out on the counter and just let it be, you know, obviously cut it up though first because help warm it up. It's better. Okay, old butter. Don't knock your flour into the sink. Okay. Butter. We're going to be adding sugar to it to cream it. We're doing light brown and white. Oh look. My patron's also getting these. My little cookie men. One is drowning in milk, and one is dying a torturous death by bleeding to death by being good times. So, don't know who's gonna get which one yet. Hit my head into the damn microwave. Okay. White sugar. Start with the white sugar. We are going to do half a cup of white sugar. Of course, this is now covered in butter. Spilling sugar, spilling flour. It's not even my fucking kitchen. But I will clean the kitchen. I actually cleaned the kitchen before I started to clean up the countertops and everything else. Can't trust the food. So when this is done, I have to clean again. And now it's going to be 1.5 cups of packed brown sugar. Fuck you, Justin. Jay. Whatever. Fuck you. Hard as a rock. Couldn't put that in a Ziploc bag? There are ways, of course, to soften that up, but no. New box. New box, haha. Enjoy using that hard sugar. Is this hard too? No, it's just typical. scissor. Scissor. Is it dirty? Is it clean? Knife. This one's fun. I did a shit job. I actually like to do this in quarter cups, to be honest, because it's a pain in the ass. It's a cup and a half, right? Their quarter cup is huge compared to mine. Oh well. Oh god, why is this so hard too? Their kitchen must be extra humid. Or dry, I should say. Extra dry. 1/4. Bloop. Brown sugar makes such a satisfying little ploop, doesn't it? Look at that. It's so nice to look at. One half. Three quarters. Manhandle your bag. Off ye beast. 1 cup. One and a quarter cup. They're so nice to look at. And 1 1/2. This is pretty much what was left in the other one. Just roll it up and leave it to dry too. Really fuck with Jay. Nah, I'm gonna be a nice cousin. Is this so fucking hard? Is it? Little things you can do to avoid stress later. Little things, guys. Little things. Two open boxes of like very little sugar. Gotta cream this. Make it happen. So. Move my cookie men before they get buttery. Would that be a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. Okay. And, first few times I made this recipe, I did it by hand, and I mean I physically did it by hand. You can make this without a mixer. And I don't... The idea of doing this with, like, creaming together butter and sugar with, they say, a spoon or a whisk is ridiculous. That would be so time-consuming and ridiculous that, no. Just clean your hands really well and do it by hand. It takes a lot less time, and you actually know what texture you're dealing with because you can feel it. So yes, I've made this before by hand if you don't have a mixer. The other part that's a real pain in the ass is when you put the chips in. That, because the dough is so thick at that point, you're like, ah, my hands. Okay. So, we have our creamed butter and sugars. Now we're adding our secret ingredient. Definitely a cheat, man. It makes them so good, though. Who'da thunk? Hello, Jell-O instant pudding mix, vanilla flavor. 2 boxes, 3.4 ounces each. This is what's going to keep your cookies soft. Yes, it's a cheat. Yes, yes, I understand that. But holy God. Holy God, man. The answer is yes. You'll see. They just stay soft forever. It's like a small miracle. I'll probably turn it back on when we do this on a low speed so you're not going to get a plume. Whoop. It would help to raise this, huh? And now we're adding eggs. So 4 large eggs. I don't have a mini garbage can. Fuck. I hate him. Hate them all. After J. Wash my hands again. Touch the garbage can. Bastards. Do you see the importance of the mini garbage can? How it makes my life so easy? Do you see? South Park quote. Like cracking into a ball in case there's blood in the egg, I don't ruin my entire mix. And also if there's shell in my egg, I don't send one of my patrons a shell-filled cookie. By the way, if there's leftovers, I'm eating them all. All of them! I have one coworker who harasses me constantly for these damn cookies. Carla, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Alright. Just for a second. Let's stuck on everything. The batter on the sides is not quite. Sometimes I miss my, I had a tilt head before I had this one. I have pretty much the same mixer as this, except with the metal bowl. I prefer it to the glass bowl. The glass bowl is ridiculously heavy. Glass bowl looks pretty, but it's fucking heavy to deal with if you're trying to pour something like holding this. Ugh, it's ridiculous. But, I used to have a tilt head mixer from, I don't know if it was Breville, some other brand. It was not a KitchenAid. And, that's what I used when I lived at my parents' house. And occasionally I miss it because I'd be like, boop. And I'll lower it. I have to fucking, it's, you know, every mixer's got the pros and cons. I, of course, love my mixer to death. To death, I tell you, I will fight you for it. I'll cut you. Okay. Now we're adding vanilla. Put it somewhere. This is Madagascar vanilla extract. Extra strength, like Tylenol. Okay. Oh, I realized I never added salt before. A little bit of salt. And now we're simply going to combine this into this in batches. And then our chips. We're nearly done. We're nearly there. Let me slow it down a bit. This is going to get very thick. All of this dry is going to go into this cream, sugar, butter, egg mixture. And again, when you're doing it by hand, this is the part where you get a hand workout. The garbage can is still next to me. Should probably move it eventually. Fuck it. By the way, my oven is set to 350 degrees. It's an actual oven. A real one, not a toaster oven. One day. Yeah, the KitchenAid is straining right now. She's feeling it. KitchenAid does recommend that you give your mixer a break if you're going to be mixing for more than, I think, 12 minutes. I think. I'm sure we've been mixing for probably more than 12 minutes at this point. And it's making funny sounds, so let's stop that for a second and release some of this. Is it hot? No, it's not hot. Okay. This is not hot. Just look at your chips. My elbow cracked. Felt good. There's still some loose flour at the bottom. Oh, fuck. Okay. That helps. I normally would use my finger to do this, but I'm being considerate. Bastards. All of you bastards. I've already put enough skin cells in your cookies, probably, right? Okay. There's quite a bit of flour at the bottom. From here on out, I might have to do this by hand. That's fine. Blue. I really want to put the chocolate chips in now, though. Do it by hand. I've outgrown these days, fuckers. Okay. It is suffering. Baker's real semi-sweet chocolate chunks. Nom 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 nom. Which, as someone who's allergic to nuts, I trust Baker's usually. Canadian products tend to have better warning labels than American products, in my personal experience with chocolate and things like that. I've used the Baker's bar chocolate before to bake with and never had a problem with any allergy issues. The label just says, contains soy manufacturing equipment that processes milk. And then I have, if that's not enough, which it won't be because that's not 4 cups, these are actually really, really good since they're dairy, nut, and soy free. They're really good. And they're tiny. They're so adorable. These are some of my favorite chocolates actually to bake with. So I'll probably be combining those two. The KitchenAid rests. Rest, my friend. Because I want to fucking put chocolate chips in you. How often do you hear that sentence? Rest. And later, chocolate chips. Scrape away all the shit. Yes, this dough gets very thick. That's okay. Some people like it thick. I was gonna tell you guys a story, but I'm not gonna go there. Here's a story. It's probably not as bad as you guys are thinking right now. Now you're assuming what the story is, and it's not that bad. But F you. Maybe if someone asks really, really nice in the ZCC Patreon chat, I'll tell them. But besides that, nah, you don't need to know. You don't need to know. Chocolate chunks first. So we're gonna have different size chocolate chips in this. We're gonna have chunks and mini morsels. I enjoy that knife. I don't know, it reminds me of the movie Die Hard with a Vengeance, where the crazy German lady goes and like kills the guard. Is this a spoiler? I mean, the movie's really old. She kills the guard in the Federal Reserve in the basement. Yeah, reminds me of that. Yeah. Good times. So these are touching chocolate, relatively large chunks. I'm gonna have to end up mixing this by hand, and I know it, but it's outgrowing my bowl. It's like a monster of chocolate cookie dough. It smells really fucking good, by the way. It literally is like a monster of cookie dough. Okay, I'm gonna call it. Okay. Shh. Don't tell Jay that I'm doing this and straining out his fucking KitchenAid. Don't you fucking tell him. Nah, it's fine. It's really not hot at all. It's just put in a little bit of the other one and need more chips. I'm always on the more chip side than less chip side for cookies. How do you guys feel? Do you like barren cookies or do you like lots of chocolate in your cookies? Yeah, that should be enough to supplement. I dropped one. At least one. I'm really gonna have to fucking clean this kitchen. God damn it. Okay. We're done. The final mix will be by hand. Oh god. To lift off the dough hook. Dough hook. Beater. Paddle. Thank you, KitchenAid. You've done me well. Everyone likes chocolate chips. So now the question is, my original plan is to, the cookie tier is, let me start here. The cookie tier is limited to 5 people, 4 people, because I'm going to be sending between a dozen and 2 dozen cookies to each person. That's a lot of cookies. It's a lot of work. I work a full-time job and a per diem part-time job, so I work a lot of hours. But I enjoy doing this, and I like making cookies. So The original plan was just to do it every 3 months, which is probably going to continue being the plan, so you can have quarterly cookies, basically, if you're in the tier. Oh, it's so much easier by hand. I mean, like, physically with my hand instead of the spatula. So what am I going to make next is the question. I'm going to try not to repeat too often, obviously, and kind of helps me try different recipes, but I don't want to make things that people are going to fucking hate. So maybe I'll take, not suggestions, but, you know, we can discuss after you guys get these, how you feel about them. I already actually printed out a few recipes I really, really want to try. Of course, they have to hold up well being mailed. It's another thing. You know, I can't necessarily make lace cookies, which I've made before and they're really good, but even vacuum sealing and wrapping them really well, I don't know if they'll survive the trip. So that's always a concern. Cookie dough. Hello, my friend. I love you. Shh, sleep. Sleep. Yes, cookie dough is delicious. I don't suggest eating it raw because of the eggs. Then again, I eat my eggs over easy, so whatever. It's pretty much raw anyway, right? So I gotta clean this. All going in the sink. And now we discuss the actual baking. This is my favorite thing when making cookies because it helps, obviously, their uniform size, and it's just scoop and bloop and scoop and bloop, and it makes life so fucking easy. I have a bigger one, but it's not here, it's at my parents' house. So you guys are getting baby cookies, which means I'd be very careful when I'm cooking them because you don't want to overbake these. They have to come out of the oven just gold tinged on the outside. So, ungreased cookie sheet. This is a very large ungreased cookie sheet because I'm making a lot of cookies. Of course, they're not going to be uniform now because I didn't do a proper scoop. If you really want to do this right, you come back to my friend the knife, and you do that. It's okay. I'll eat the ununiform one, guys. It's okay. That's okay. I promise. These are going to spread a bit, so you know you have to make them a little bit apart. Cookies. I fucking love cookies. Come on. So yes, this is a process now. This is the worst thing about cookies is this. Just scoop and repeat and scoop and repeat. If you can't fit them all on one sheet, I'm obviously going to fit them on 2 sheets, but if you can't fit them on in one batch, you have to then let the pans cool a bit and do it again, and do it again, and do it again, and do it again. With this recipe though, I've also frozen this cookie dough. I froze it like when you buy like Toll House, like just as this, as a mass, but you can also put them on a pan like this, scooped out into the proper size, put the whole thing in the freezer, wait for them to freeze, take them off, and then put them in a Ziploc bag. So that way you can just pull them out as you want them to bake them. That would probably work too. I don't know how long the shelf life will be in the freezer, but I had them in there for probably about a month in a solid form like this, and it was great. And by great, I mean fattening as hell, because it was like, I want a cookie. I'm gonna have more cookies. I'm gonna keep eating fucking cookies, all the fucking cookies. Yes, all the cookies, guys, all the cookies. La 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 la. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of cookies, clearly. I haven't even scratched the surface of the dough here. 15 cookies, so this is more than a dozen, obviously. Hope with giant chips are not excessively giant. Something very satisfying about doing this repeat process though. At least with this cookie dough. Let's see, what was my least favorite cookie to bake? I've made quite a few cookies in my time. I made one year for Christmas these ginger snap cookies, which, you know, ginger snaps are a little hard, so when you bite them, they snap. But these were like ginger cement cookies, and holy god. But my uncle fucking loved them. He would dunk them in tea and sit there and just, they lasted forever because they were so hard. He just ate them through, like, that was December, so he probably ate them through, I don't know, February. And he requested them again this year, and I fixed whatever problem I had with them, so they weren't as hard and he didn't like them as much. So clearly I need to go back to cement cookies for him. Needs more cement. Who wants to eat a soft cookie? Psh. Cookie, cookie. They're probably my favorite thing to bake, and they're pretty relatively simple. The recipe's pretty straightforward. I mean, they're, if you don't have a mixer, they're a little physically, you know, gonna get a workout. But besides that, straightforward. The pudding really helps. I also like making cinnamon buns, but I honestly have not found a recipe that I absolutely love yet. I try different ones all the time, and they're never intimate in cinnamon buns, and that's all I really want in life is an intimate cinnamon bun. The last time I read the packaging, it says contains hazelnut, and I was like, fuck you! Fuck you, Entenmann's! I grew up on those fucking cinnamon buns. I can't have those. I'm allergic to hazelnuts. Whatever else is in them. Alright, so. Yeah, we still have quite a bit of cookie dough. These are going to go in the oven at 350. I'm going to keep an eye on them because I usually make them quite a bit bigger with the bigger scoop. So, I'm going to eyeball my cookies. Got to eyeball the cookies. I'm probably not going to be rotating them. A lot of times I'll rotate and flip them and this and that and everything else, but I'm just going to keep an eye on them. Alright. Goodbye, my friends. And I'll see you guys in a little while. So this was 14.5 minutes later. You'll notice that there's just a little bit of brown on the outside. They're just slightly golden. The bottoms are golden. Yes, it's a fish spatula because Jay doesn't have a regular nice silicone cookie spatula, God forbid. This actually works pretty well though. I own one too. Same brand, OXO. So, I'm letting them cool in the pan for a little bit before I even turn on the camera. They had cooled in the pan for about a minute and a half, because if you go to scoop one while they're not quite cool, you're gonna risk it smushing into itself because they're very soft when they're warm. I mean, they're still gonna be soft when they're cool, but they're very soft when they're warm. So don't go and because you're gonna end up with Cookie Massacre. This is mine. I'm gonna eat this one. Screw you guys. So let's see. Cookie. These better be going to good homes, guys. Good homes. Where they'll be loved. Because God, I want to eat them all. They're really fucking good. So that's all you really need to know. I'm gonna scoop these up, move them here, let these cool a bit more, these pans, and redo. And then as I fill up these trays, I'm gonna put them in my 2 containers back there for the meantime until I can vacuum seal them, ship them out. If this dough gets soft, too soft, starts to be runny and gross and melty, which not today because it's March and it's like 30 degrees outside right now, we're colder. But in the summertime, if it gets too cold, you can put this in the fridge to keep it stiff enough to scoop properly. And that's really it. Bye-bye.